Hey gals, guys, and everyone else, I'm Hayze. This is Armoured Brownies, or at least the new Armoured Brownies studio. Yeah, I've talked about it in some previous vlogs. This is it. This is my new streaming setup. This is my designated work area. We have tools, equipment, and 4 months during which this is now my job. Even though this whole thing is wired up for streaming right now, I can't because our ISP has screwed up our internet package and we are currently on about 1/3 of the upload speed that we need to reliably stream, which, considering we have everything here to stream with, is just, it's driving me nuts. So, as a not particularly organised person, I need to start structuring my life, try and organise things, try to sort my life out and getting me into a position where I can bring this channel and do more content for you guys. My first mainline video, that's what I call my sort of big edited, time-lapsed sort of instructional videos that should go up on Tuesdays, went up 2 days ago, and that's fantastic. Now we're going to start a Thursday video series, which is my visit every project every day, my VEPEW diary. Though, because it's not really practical to visit a 7-foot tall tree person cosplay every single day, I'm updating it to be a visit every project every week. So VEPEW! Hopefully my lecturer at university, who said that we should be visiting every uni project every day, won't be too annoyed at these alterations. How are we actually approaching structuring our life around this concept? Now that's where some people from Facebook come in. I was talking about some people on the Facebook page and they suggested bullet journaling. Having looked into it, and bullet journaling goes deep. But I have ordered the supplies and I may have ordered some to go with what I have. And so I'm going to be trying to organise my life through a bullet journal to make sure I visit each one of my cosplay projects every day and balance them against my commission work, my real life obligations, my streaming, my exercise, and all of that. So should we see what we have here? What we have here is my kind of starter bullet journal kit. The things I bought specially for this were just some coloured pens, some pastel highlighters because they go on much nicer than these more aggressive highlighters, and some washi tape because I've never heard of this stuff before, but it's actually adorable. And I won't say it's essential for a bullet journal, but looking up all the tutorials, I don't think there's any place where I've seen where it hasn't been used. Now, I have watched a lot of stuff about bullet journaling. Maybe it's just me, but I might not quite get it. So if you have any feedback from this, or if you have a favourite bullet journaler that you follow, let me know. Link me to their stuff so I can go and learn how to do this a bit better. But I'm trying to sort of integrate this a bit more into my own life, if that makes sense. So we've got the first page, visit every project every day, my name, my website, some words that are actually important to me in their own little way. So I feel obstreperous and sanguine are the perfect descriptors of myself. I know it's traditional to decorate your bullet journal quite fancy, but this is more of a test. And also, I'm not really much of a pen and paper artist, so I've just copied some quotes that I enjoy into here. So we start with our index, got the future log, costume idea, video ideas, all of that. What you won't see in another bullet journal is that we're working from the back in as well on the projects that we must visit every day. And there is plenty of space for expansion here because there is definitely projects that I haven't thought about in weeks that I should be doing my best to progress. Because so far we have Groot, who is here, got a list of ideas, and we've got a good many pages here to make sure that I'm filling it out with all the tasks that I need to do after I finish these tasks. And then Mercy and Vetra, because I actually want to do a full costume of Vetra. So future log, find work experience, carry on finding work experience, begin making stock for Comic-Con, which kind of disturbs me that I can fit that in my 6-month preview. Notes and notes. I haven't had this bullet journal for that long, so I haven't actually video ideas, I'm going to go straight past that. Wish list, yeah. Sort of pricing for things, potential things, social media. Let's just go straight through to the actual So we have June, that's this month, projects, what projects I have on, my goals, which are things that are separate from projects, VEPEW, another reminder to visit every project every week, other things that I need to sort out, reopen Etsy, open website, rehost Patreon, sort all that, and yeah. But then we have this week. This video will be going up on Thursday, so first bullet journal cosplay vlog. That'll be this one, so you're not going to get to see the rest of this, but I'm going to start doing them in a week backlog. We're going to rush through our first initial visits to our projects. So today I'm recording and it's Tuesday. So we're going to visit VEPEW. We're going to see where that costume is. So yeah, let's start our first visit. And this is how I am going to try and visit every project every week. VEPEW! Rather than every project every day, but every project every day is probably for kind of smaller projects. What do we have so far? This, which, one of the reasons why VEPEW is quite close to my heart right now is because I wore this prosthetic for basically all of Comic-Con. You can see it still has some little bit of discoloration around here where the chocolate was. This costume is still burned into my mind because I've still got a couple of spots on my face from where this was glued to me the whole time. So what do we have so far for VEPEW? And there's my wig cap for it. We have our prosthetic, which was all I had at the beginning of the week. We have a 3D printed pistol to go with the costume, just because it's nice to have a prop, you know? These two parts don't go together perfectly, but it just needs a tiny little trim of excess around here, and then they'll fit together perfectly flush and I can diclo them together. So there's one task, which will probably take less than 10 minutes, so we'll do that in a second. Since VEPEW is 2 meters tall, I bought some platform boots that I'm going to convert into sci-fi shoes. By the way, I'm actually quite tall already, so this is going to make me absurdly tall, which is fantastic. And then we have, oh wow, have I not even opened this yet? No way you'll guess what's in this box, because what's in this bag, because I haven't shown any of you anything. So slice it and then ruin the contents. What we have in here is meters and meters of stretch pleather, because if you have a look at VEPEW's spacesuit, a good amount of it between where it's all made out of sci-fi material, or in our case Ava foam, it's actually made out of a leather material, so those need patterning out. So what are our tasks with VEPEW? So shoes, we have purchased our shoes. Fabric, we've purchased the fabric. I have a hell of a lot of Ava foam already and prosthetics done. So what is our next thing? We need to pattern the legs, torso and arms. We need to build a base for the torso armor. We need to join up the 3D print together, and we need to pattern up a shoe conversion. Now this join up the 3D prints, I reckon that will take less than 10 minutes. So no excuses. We have our solvent welding chemical. We just need to take a nice nice stiff sharp knife, go over these edgy flangy bits, and we want to, actually what I want to do first is just make sure there's lots of liquid on these. This was a wrong brush to use. But what we want to do is hold it. So why am I doing this right now whilst I have the journal out? It's because it's very easy to write down all of these tasks and like, oh, I'll get around to them eventually. That these are the things that I have to do. But if any of them are legitimately that easy, like for example this, I have basically commanded myself, if that makes sense, anything that will take less than 10 minutes to do as I write them down. So here we can see this is these two halves are melting together, okay? There's a gap there, but that's down to the 3D print. And now we will take this and put it over to one side. So now we get to go here and go join up the 3D print, which that then adds smooth / finish the 3D printed pistol, which means we will be using solvent techniques and sanding and filling to fill in the hole on the side to make sure all the surfaces are smooth, make sure that the pistol is ready to be, I might end up 3D printing a rifle as well to go with her, but we might design that. For the moment, I will also do electronics for VEPEW because her kit has a lot of light up stuff in it because, you know, sci-fi world. However, if I obsess over the electronics right now, I'll get all the electronics done and I'll never get round to doing her armor. So I'm going to make the armor first and then put the electronics in it. Excellent. So we'll cross that off and we'll be visiting her again next week. Tomorrow is Visit Groot. However, I've just noticed I haven't put Visit Mercy in here. So I can get to visit her before this video is up because I'm going to use this diary as basically a way to lay out my vlogs for you guys because I want to do this every week and take you on the journey of some of these costumes. Let's visit Groot. However, to visit Groot, we need to move some things around. Yeah, that's good of me. Spare Kindred out of the way. Oh, Kindred, there's another project I had on. Huh. Oh well. So why did we do that? It's because Groot takes up some space. So shall we go through what we have for Groot? We have 2 leg covers. These are coming apart because the glue I used hasn't really survived. So a thing we need for that is to purchase better glue and re-glue all of the foam onto the legs. So let's put you to one side. Then we have the Groot torso. Much like the legs, some of these bits are coming off. However, this was glued with different type of glue. So this just needs some parts of itself re-gluing and then it will be ready to have the foam toppers put on. Boop. Next up, painter stilts. These are the stilts that go with the costume. Nice and easy. And then the best part. We have Groot's lovely face. We have bodysuit, foam, outer clothing, torso and arms. Those are all done. We have those bits that can be worn. They've got a layer of foam on them and the zips and all that. Legs over fabric plus stilts. Yep, that's done. Head sculpt plus casting. Yep. One thing we need to do is figure out how we're going to cover over between the top of the torso and the head. So it's not just my fleshy monkey neck. Hands, we need to figure out hands. And make repairs. Actually, let's just do a sort of sub thing because all of these will probably have their own sections. Buy new glue. And to stop procrastination, I think a good rule, if something is going to take less than 10 minutes, do it now. And the glue I want for this is sold by shop probably about 10 minutes down the road, so I've got no real excuse. So let's get that bit sorted. And this is the glue we want. However, it'll take more than 10 minutes to re-glue all those parts on. So that is a task to put in for next week. It is Thursday. So let's visit Mercy this morning before this video goes up. All of her parts so far live in one of these tubs and almost all of her parts are in that IKEA bag. If you've hung around here for long enough, you will know kind of what we have. There's a wig. I am not good with wigs. Boop. Boop. Oh, that is a piece of a secret project. Secret project. I am not great with wigs, therefore I shouldn't really be trusted to deal with that. I'm probably going to end up getting somebody to do it for me. So far for Mercy, we have a busted up Mercy pistol. This is not the one that I want to use at the end. And we have bottom of the staff, midsection of the staff, base for the top of the staff. We have these two halves. The battery pack along with the back of this is in with the electronics, and that's a whole other task in and of itself. These bits need putting together. This is the halo, those are all printed. We have 3 of these which hook up to servos on here, which slot into the bottom of these like this. And then the servos can move these up and down, and these are transparent for these transparent laser cut pieces for the servo to make it move. As you can see in this test from a stream earlier this year, this is our first visit to Mercy. And also, what I don't have the space to get out right now, I have a set of the acrylic wings for Mercy. So if you get out the journal, we can start to write down what we have. So we have all parts for the staff printed. The electronics package for the staff, they're all purchased and ready to be assembled. The likes of this bit needs all of this support material removed and then cleaned off, and then what next? Okay, so we need to visit the wing acrylic, which we will probably do in the next week. Then we assemble the electronics. Then we assemble the staff. Next, that's tricky, we get it programmed. Then we need to repair the halo because it's kind of come apart. We also need to figure out how we're mounting that on the head and the wig. And one more thing I want to start is the armoured apron. I want to start working on that with a dress form of my size and a roll of warbler. And I may end up either using the thing I make out of warbler or taking a fiberglass cast and doing copies of it in polyurethane rubber. So we're going to see how that goes once I come to it, but we have a nice list of things to get done of Mercy. None of these can be done in 10 minutes, so we will set that aside for now until we get some proper working time. So visit Mercy, done. And that is every project visited this week. Anyway, if you enjoy that, remember to like the video, comment below if you think of any improvements I can make to this. As I say, this is only my first initial pass at the concept of making a bullet journal. And if I find that this really suits me, I will upgrade to a better journal than this, because not only is this a violent green, which to be fair I quite like, but as you can see by this month, you can't even put a full month onto a page with how many lines there are. And I know I could ignore the lines, but that just makes it difficult because, well, I'm not very good at handwriting. But with that, thank you, and I hope you visit this project next week.